27 pipe bombs, 11 1.5-gallon propane bombs, and 7 gas bombs. In total, that was 99 explosive devices they had wanted to use that day. All the bombs were detonated and either didn't work. Dylan and Eric both had criminal records and had done several crimes before the massacre. On January 20th, they both broke into a van and stole equipment that was in the vehicle. They were later arrested on felony charges of the criminal trespassing and theft, then sentenced to psychiatric treatment, counseling, and community service. There were several events that were suspected that could have led to this event, but nobody really figured it out until the massacre had happened and looked back, then realized they were related in some sort of way. From emails to other students talking about killings to the actual footage of them acting and killing those who bullied them. There were several students that were in that play. The play took setting in high school hallways, library, and cafeterias. Harris said, quote, Today the world's going to come to an end, and the day we all die. That morning of the massacre, Brooks Brown, former student at the Columbine High, ran into Harris as he was arriving. Harris told Brooks, quote, Brooks, I like you. Now get out of here. Go home. Brooks left school as soon as Harris had told him to. Eric and Dylan arrived at the Columbine High at 11:10 a.m. in their own separate cars. They were armed with 20-pound homemade propane bombs inside the school cafeteria. Then after placed the propane bomb half a mile from the school as a diversion. That bomb only partially detonated and only caused a small fire that was put out by the fire department. Their plan was to have the bombs go inside the cafeteria, having all the students in there run out of flames. The bombs were malfunctioning and thankfully didn't go off. After a while, Eric and Dylan went through the west entrance and armed themselves with multiple weapons. They had knives, 9mm, a high-point 995 carbine rifle, 9mm Intratec semi-automatic handgun, and Stevens 311D double-barreled sawed-off shotgun. They first threw a pipe bomb that detonated and didn't do any big damage or harm to anyone. The first two victims were shot was Rachel Scott and Richard Castillo, who were both 17. They were both seated on a grassy knoll. Rachel was killed after shot 4 times, and Richard was injured and was paralyzed by 8 shots. Later, it was rumored that they were first going for all the Christians after killing Daniel Robor and injuring 7 other students and killing Patty Nelson, a teacher at the school. Harris then had a gun battle with the reserve of the school officer, Neil Gardner. Eric and Dylan continued their plan, injuring other students after critically injuring Dave Sanders, a teacher at the Columbine 2. He had saved many lives with 2 other staff members, evacuating students out of the cafeteria. At 11:26, they entered the school library, where the 56 hiding students and staff were at. Harris started off injuring Evan Todd, a school athlete there. Klebold killed a special education student. Before they both had reloaded their guns, Harris implied to Klebold, let's go kill some cops. A shootout with Denver police broke out with no injuries happening. Then Harris and Klebold killed 9 more students and injured 11 students. They left the library at 11:36. They roamed the hallways and classrooms, just shooting randomly. They had made eye contact with other students inside the classrooms but didn't go in. Then they entered the cafeteria, wanting to detonate their bombs. Klebold was the first to attempt his suicide by firing a bomb, but didn't detonate. As they were in the roaming, they went around sipping cups of coffee left by other students. Klebold threw a Molotov cocktail at one of the bombs, which had detonated, just caused a fire. They re-entered the cafeteria and the kitchen, then went back to the library. Having a third shootout with the police, a lighting of Molotov cocktail, they both turned the guns aiming to their hands and committed suicide.